who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leap the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. These 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery to about the 26 here. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 12 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Down to the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fields it right around the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Van Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets it underneath to Hall. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. And going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This one swung out to Montgomery. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision. Just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, Montgomery. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 6 carries, 59 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much in legs and helped drive this team to wins week after week.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2nd and 4. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He'll look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Ball again on 2nd down. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Hamler, 70 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by KJ Hamler. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Down to about the 22 here.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Lamar Jackson, a 22-yard scamper. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears going to get one more possession in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards on the play. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. So we hit halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Second and 10. Jackson, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To throw is Jackson. And that That's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out. Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. There's a big play waiting to happen. Receiver K.J. Hamler as the offense returns to the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And he also brings up 4.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Landry, agile footwork. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now at Soldier Field.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Seibert's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through it. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
This pass out wide to Hall. On the move past the 40.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Jackson on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Hamler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going up the gut, Montgomery. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Encroachment, defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's 2nd and 8. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is caught. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go through it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Ball again on 2nd down.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Bears, 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And as this defense walks off the field,